Silk Road was an online black market and the first darknet market. It was launched in 2011 by its American founder Ross Ulbricht under the pseudonym Dread Pirate Roberts. As part of the dark web, Silk Road operated as a hidden service on the Tor network, allowing users to buy and sell products and services between each other anonymously. All transactions were conducted with Bitcoin, a cryptocurrency which aided in protecting user identities. The website was known for its illegal drug marketplace, among other illegal and legal product listings. Between February 2011 and July 2013, the site facilitated sales amounting to 9,519,664 bitcoins. That's almost $1 trillion in today's value. In October 2013, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI, shut down Silk Road and arrested Ulbricht. Silk Road 2.0 came online the next month, run by former site administrators, but was shut down the following year as part of Operation Anonymous. In 2015, Ulbricht was convicted in federal court for multiple charges related to operating Silk Road and was given 2 life sentences without the possibility of parole. The website was launched in February 2011. Development had begun 6 months prior. The name Silk Road comes from a historical network of trade routes started during the Han Dynasty, 206 BCE, 220 CE, between Europe, India, China, and many other countries on the Afro-Eurasian landmass. Silk Road was operated by the pseudonymous Dread Pirate Roberts, named after the fictional character from The Princess Bride, who was known for espousing libertarian ideals and criticizing regulation. 2 other individuals were also closely involved in the site's growth and success, known as Variety Jones and Smedley. In June 2011, Gawker published an article about the site which led to an increase in notoriety and website traffic. U.S. Senator Charles Schumer asked federal law enforcement authorities to shut it down, including the Drug Enforcement Administration, DEA, and Department of Justice. Ulbricht created Silk Road in approximately January 2011 and owned and operated the underground website until it was shut down by law enforcement authorities in October 2013. Silk Road emerged as the most sophisticated and extensive criminal marketplace on the internet, serving as a sprawling black market bazaar where unlawful goods and services, including illegal drugs of virtually all varieties, were bought and sold regularly by the site's users. While in operation, Silk Road was used by thousands of drug dealers and other unlawful vendors to distribute hundreds of kilograms of illegal drugs and other unlawful goods and services to well over 100,000 buyers, and to launder hundreds of millions of dollars deriving from these unlawful transactions. Ulbricht deliberately operated Silk Road as an online criminal marketplace intended to enable its users to buy and sell drugs and other illegal goods and services anonymously and outside the reach of law enforcement. Ulbricht sought to anonymize transactions on Silk Road in 2 principal ways. First, Ulbricht operated Silk Road on what is known as the Onion Router, or Tor network, a special network of computers on the Internet, distributed around the world, designed to conceal the true IP addresses of the computers on the network and thereby the identities of the network's users. Second, Ulbricht designed Silk Road to include a Bitcoin-based payment system that served to facilitate the illegal commerce conducted on the site, including by concealing the identities and locations of the users transmitting and receiving funds through the site. The vast majority of items for sale on Silk Road were illegal drugs, which were openly advertised as such on the site. As of September 23, 2013, Silk Road had nearly 13,000 listings for controlled substances, listed under such categories as e-cannabis, dissociatives, ecstasy, intoxicants, opioids, precursors, prescription, psychedelics, and stimulants. From November 2011 to September 2013, law enforcement agents made more than 60 individual undercover purchases of controlled substances from Silk Road vendors. These purchases included heroin, cocaine, ecstasy, and LSD, among other illegal drugs, and were filled by vendors believed to be located in more than 10 different countries, including the United States, Germany, the Netherlands, Canada, the United Kingdom, Spain, Ireland, Italy, Austria, and France. In addition to illegal narcotics, other illicit goods and services were openly bought and sold on Silk Road as well. For example, as of September 23, 2013, there were 159 listings under the category services, most of which offered computer hacking services, such as a listing by a vendor offering to hack into social networking accounts of the customer's choosing, 801 listings under the category digital goods, including malicious software, hacked accounts at various online services, and pirated media content, and 169 listings under the category forgeries, including offers to produce fake driver licenses, passports, social security cards, utility bills, credit card statements, car insurance records, and other forms of false identification documents. Using the online moniker Dread, Pirate Roberts, Auth DPR, Ulbricht controlled and oversaw every aspect of Silk Road, and managed a staff of paid, online administrators and computer programmers who assisted with the day-to-day operation of the site. Through his ownership and operation of Silk Road, Ulbricht reaped commissions worth over $13 million generated from the illicit sales conducted through the site. Ulbricht also demonstrated a willingness to use violence to protect his criminal enterprise and the anonymity of its users. Ulbricht even solicited 6 murders for hire in connection with operating the site, although there is no evidence that these murders were actually carried out. Ulbricht, 39 of San Francisco, California, who was 28 at the time of his arrest, was found guilty of 1 count of distributing narcotics, 1 count of distributing narcotics by means of the internet, and 1 count of conspiring to distribute narcotics, each of which carries a maximum sentence of life in prison and a mandatory minimum sentence of 10 years. 1 count of engaging in a continuing criminal enterprise, which carries a maximum sentence of life in prison and a mandatory minimum sentence of 20 years in prison, 1 of count of conspiring to commit computer hacking, which carries a maximum sentence of 5 years in prison, 1 count of conspiring to traffic in false identity documents, which carries a maximum sentence of 15 years, and 1 count of conspiring to commit money laundering, which carries a maximum sentence of 20 years in prison. The maximum sentences are prescribed by Congress and are provided for informational purposes only, as the sentence was determined by the judge. Ulbricht, who was sentenced on May 15, 2015, was sentenced to 2 life sentences for his alleged crimes. In the second week of his trial, prosecutors presented documents and chat logs from Ulbricht's computer that, they said, demonstrated how Ulbricht had administered the site for many months, which contradicted the defense's claim that Ulbricht had relinquished control of Silk Road. Ulbricht's attorney suggested that the documents and chat logs were planted there by way of BitTorrent, which was running on Ulbricht's computer at the time of his arrest. During the trial, the judge received death threats. Users of an underground site called The Hidden Wiki posted her personal information there, including her address and social security number. Ulbricht's lawyer Joshua Drattel said that he and his client obviously, and as strongly as possible, condemned the anonymous postings against the judge. They do not in any way have anything to do with Ross Ulbricht or anyone associated with him or reflect his views or those of anyone associated with him, Drattel said. In late March 2015, a criminal complaint issued by the United States District Court for the Northern District of California led to the arrest of 2 former federal agents who had worked undercover in the Baltimore Silk Road investigation of Ulbricht, former Drug Enforcement Administration agent Carl Mark Forsfor and Secret Service agent Sean Bridges. The agents are alleged to have kept funds that Ulbricht transferred to them in exchange for purported information about the investigation. The agents were charged with wire fraud and money laundering. In late November 2016, Ulbricht's lawyers brought forward a case on a third DEA agent, who they claim was leaking information about the investigation and tampered with evidence to omit chat logs showing conversations with him. In a letter to Judge Forrest before his sentencing, Ulbricht stated that his actions through Silk Road were committed through libertarian idealism and that Silk Road was supposed to be about giving people the freedom to make their own choices, and admitted that he made a terrible mistake that ruined his life. On the 29th of May 2015, Ulbricht was given 5 sentences to be served concurrently, including 2 of life imprisonment without the possibility of parole. He was also ordered to forfeit $183 million. Ulbricht's lawyer Joshua Drattel said that he would appeal the sentencing and the original guilty verdict. On the 31st of May 2017, the United States Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit denied Ulbricht's appeal and affirmed the judgment of conviction and life sentence in a written opinion authored by Gerard E. Lynch, United States Circuit Judge. The Supreme Court declined to review the case. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe to the channel.